morning. And you know what? As a matter of fact, hold up 1 second. I'm looking for my cup of coffee. Apologize for that. But I just want to have a talk this morning. I want to share my cup of coffee and also let us know, let's make sure we're getting off of the white sugar, white flour, white rice, white bread, because it has so much that's harming our bodies. And instead of sugar, I've mostly used coconut sugar as my sweetener. But that's not why I want to sit down and have a chat with us this morning. Okay. Right now, what's on my heart is a lot of us are afraid to step out and do what's in our hearts. And some of the reasons why we're afraid to step out and follow our hearts is because it has been our culture. It has been our upbringing as far as religious beliefs. Maybe even people that we looked up to. We're following their paths. We could be following the mentalities of our parents, of our uncles and aunts, of our community, our culture, the people we're around, the church doctrine, the religious faith beliefs, even some of our own beliefs has and still is stopping our progress in life. We are not experiencing the true experiences of life because we're not learning, or we are not allowing the experiences we go through in life as teaching levels, as teaching principles, not per se, or put it this way. Every experience we go through in life, it is being used for some reason. Every experience, every person, place, or thing that is involved or being a part of our lives is not there or not here in vain. Part of our past, we hold on to things that may be only there temporary. It may be only supposed to be here temporarily, but we may hold on to it like it's a permanent fixture when it's only supposed to be here temporarily. We may not realize the lesson that we were supposed to learn in a particular situation in our lives. So that means we will have to repeat it. Same principle, but different face or different place, but it be the same bottom line principle. Because life is across the board with the same principles of life. No matter what religion, no matter what denomination, color, race, nothing can divide the universal laws of life. It's a cross-the-board principle. Certain things about life doesn't change, no matter what religion, what race, what group you belong to, or what your own personal beliefs. It's certain things across the board that every human being has to abide by. And the different things that separate the human race from being one as a human race, as a human being, these are the things that need to be separated out of our lives. The things that separate human beings from being one, the things that separate your own body, mind, and spirit from being one. Those things need to be found out and severed. And that is part of the mission of being a human being. A human being. Human doing, human being, human. That is part of the mission of this human life, to sever the things that separate us from being one with ourselves, one with each other, one with our Creator. That is the mission of life. At the age range that I am now, 57, not ashamed of it, I have gone through so many different experiences. 7 kids, 6 different dads. So by now, I should have relationship issues. By now, I think I should have that under my belt. That should be something that I'm not struggling with, about what I want in a man, what I think a relationship should be. The relationship part, by me repeating it over and over, 7 kids, 6 different dads, I had to keep repeating that cycle over and over until I had to finally learn the lesson and cut that away from my life, because I do not want to repeat that cycle anymore. Even though I can't have children anymore, I don't want to repeat the past of the different men, of what I think a relationship be, or what I believe I want in a man. That by now should be done. I think I may be qualified to give the advice regarding relationships, since I've been through them so many times. Also, through the past of myself personally, religion. I was a Christian for 30 plus years. That hasn't, the knowledge that I learned turned into wisdom from my personal relationship with myself and my Creator. But if I would have stayed in that doctrine of Christianity, I'm not dismissing or condemning anything about religion. I'm just sharing my personal experience, in which I'm feeling and believing that God has given me the permission to start sharing my experiences. The experience regarding religion if I would have stayed in just the religion, just the doctrine, and had not had a personal relationship with my Creator and within myself personally, that wouldn't have gotten me the life that I would want to this day. Meaning, whatever religion we're in, it confines you to a certain extent. It keeps you in a box. And remember, all of our lives' mission is to cut things that are keeping us in a box, things that are keeping us in this recycling of old. It's time that we bring in the newness of ourselves, the newness of life experiences. We are in a time where the universe, God, our Creator, is giving us the permission to say yes to ourselves. Yes, you can come out of the box. Yes, you can follow your heart. You may step on people's toes. You may be considered a radical. You may be considered weird or rebellious. But how does that make you sincerely feel within yourself what you're choosing to do yourself? We are having the permission to become the Lord of our own lives. And once we decide to become the lords of our own lives, will we truly meet the Lord of life. Because we are now opening up our heart to say, I love you, Wanda. I love you, Naphright. By following your heart, you're saying that you love you. And before you can love anybody else, you have to love you first. You know, I do not pretend to know all answers or anything, but I also do not pretend that I do not have a relationship with the Creator, with my heart, with my source. I do not pretend that. When I was a Christian, I was taught that psychics and tarot card readers, those type, like I said, being in the box of religion or doctrines, it may be certain people you're not allowed to be around. And some of those people might even be your family members that your religion or doctrine has stopped you from even fellowshipping with your own family. Oh, I'm not going in a bar, or I don't dance, or I don't even go to movies, or we don't mingle with those type people. That is where we are to this day. That has got to be severed, cut. You will not progress in life with those types of restrictions, boxes. You will never truly find happiness with yourself, with others. There will always be something missing. not saying that we got to crawl in the bed with certain things. No, that's learning discernment. No, certain things I do not permit in my presence. No, certain things I do not be around or encourage, because I know certain things may not be good for me or for that person that's participating in certain things. But that does not mean that I cut that person off as if they do not exist, as if they're not a human being. I can show love, but I can show love at a distance. I'm allowing people to be who they are without condemning, without judging, without having a I'm better than you type mentality. My group is better than you, your group going to hell, or your group is not a human being, your group. That has to be severed, has to be cut away. You will never find true happiness within yourself or within life with that type of discernment. We do not discern people, places, or things as a superior over something, because we all are one. We have different callings, different missions of what we're created to do, or but no one thing is better than the other. We are all collective as a piece to a puzzle. We are all pieces to this major puzzle. There's not one piece superior or inferior to the other. And when we come to that realization, that is when we find true love for ourselves, for each other, for our Creator, when we realize that we're all in this together. So I guess that's pretty much what I want to express this morning, is that when we come to realize that certain beliefs, whether it's religion, culture, we might have even been raised up under a certain way of life. It may not have even been verbally put on us. It could have been done visually, audibly. Because if we're around something every day, all day, and if we're in that impressionable, influential state, you will pick that up and it will be a part of your life. And you, to this day, may not know why you are not happy. Because you still have certain beliefs that you're holding on to that's separating you from becoming happy, true to yourself. And that separation is that belief system, again, whether it's spiritual or religious. I won't say spiritual, I'll say religious, family upbringing, or your own personal belief. It could be stopping you from finding true happiness, because that belief is stopping you from becoming one with yourself, with others, with our Creator. And if that belief that you're holding on to, check it out, has anything to say that you can't be with these people, or you can't do this, you can't do that, You may want to consider this deep within yourselves. If you've been holding on to that belief year after year after year after year for your life, because that's what your family was brought on, because that's what you've been believing in all your life. If this is the case, you sincerely want to consider the root to why you're not happy. And that root is your belief. And that belief is saying, you can't be around these people, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not doing this, you da 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 da. And it's separating, that belief is separating you from the oneness. That oneness within yourself, the oneness with others, and the oneness with our Creator. So consider that belief very sincerely and decide if you're ready for life. If you're ready for life, you're going to be cutting loose, severing certain things from your life for years that has been holding you back. Don't be your own enemy. You are the Lord of your life. By the choices you have held on to, the beliefs that you've held on to. So, I want to thank you for being an ear, and those who have ears to hear, let them hear, and let it bring an enlightenment and awakening to your spirit, because it's time to awaken more than just the mind. It's time to awaken the spirit. Go to the heart and find out why you're not happy. Why you're not having the life you want. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. And I love you.